Welcome back to the State of Gaming. In today's episode, we're talking about Deathloop and the extended gameplay demo that came out recently. We've also got another PlayStation exclusive. We'll be getting a director's cut. This time it's Death Stranding. And Dark Souls 3 gets a performance boost option for the Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S. That's going to boost the game up to 60 frames per second. My name is Dalton Evans, and let's jump into it. Our first and biggest story of the week comes during a PlayStation State of Play event, where Dishonored and Prey developer Arcane showed off an extended gameplay sequence for Deathloop. The demo shows us a variety of abilities and weapons usable in the game as the main character, named Colt, hunts down one of several targets you have to eliminate throughout the game. For someone who loved Dishonored 1 and Dishonored 2, this is just more great Arcane goodness. Every game they make has industry-leading level design that allows you to tackle this problem that you're presented in any way that you want to. Also, the additional threat of being hunted down by the antagonist, Juliana, also makes for a really interesting spin on their kind of typical formula that I think will make the game really exciting to play. And then there's also the 70s aesthetic, which just makes it look all the cooler. I think the game will only look better as we get closer to its launch, which is September 14th. And if you like your walking simulators with a side of babysitting and Kojima wackiness, you're in luck because Death Stranding will be getting a director's cut, announced via the PlayStation blog. This version includes new content and enhanced gameplay features, more weapons, equipment, and vehicles, as well as a variety of new modes, missions, and areas to explore. Expanded storylines will also be added on, enhancements to the UI as well, and new online features including friend play and leaderboards. Those are all on the way. The game will also be getting performance modes as well as adaptive trigger resistance, 3D audio through sound effects, and quicker load times as well. The PS4 version of the game can be upgraded to $10 at launch. Death Stranding was a game that was very divisive. Some people loved it and some people hated it. But I think that giving more players the opportunity to play the game is really good, because ultimately, this game is unique. If I had to use one word, I would say unique. And that's what we need more of in the video game industry, is uniqueness, because we live in a land of sequels right now, and there's nothing wrong with that, but the uniqueness of games like Death Stranding is ultimately what pushes the medium forward and gets us exploring more creative ideas. And our last story for today involves Dark Souls 3 getting a frame rate boost for the Xbox Series S and X, and that boosts the frame rate to 60 frames per second. That was announced on Wednesday via Twitter. So basically the game now runs at 60 frames per second on both of those consoles. The FPS boost technology that Microsoft is putting into their backwards compatibility program really breathes new life into older games and makes playing those games way better and more enjoyable. It's nice to see that Microsoft's commitment hasn't wavered in the preservation of improving older titles even as generations move forward. And that is today's State of Gaming. Drop a like on the video if you're excited for Deathloop. Play Dishonored 1 and 2 if you haven't already, as well as Prey. Subscribe for more news and updates on the games that you love. I'm Dalton Evans, and I'll talk to you next time.